think like with the rise, I think it's a rise of Protestantism specifically, and with the Enlightenment even more specifically, right?
Yeah.
And you'll see that it's very interesting. If you look at iconography, for example, and the pictures that we draw of God, you'll see that, like, for example, our Coptic icons are they're not human-like in a way, right? So they're like, you'll find that the eyes are like bigger and disproportionately bigger than the rest of the face. And the reason for that is like, it's intentional, right? Because we don't draw like a picture, we draw like meaning into like a picture, which is the icon, right? So the eyes are big because they see and behold God, right? And you'll notice, for example, that the nose will be disproportionately smaller because the nose like symbolizes our senses. And so when you're in the presence of God, your senses, right? Like your human wants and needs and whatever, they should get dimmer, right? And so like you're focusing on God with your eyes, your senses are getting less. And like the mouth, for example, sometimes it'll be big because you should be praising God, and sometimes it'll be small because you should stand in absolute silence when you're in the presence of God, right? Like there's so much depth and meaning into our iconography. But if you look at Western culture, right, you'll see that they'll draw Jesus as very human-like. It's almost like a picture taken with a phone, right?
Yeah.
And the reason for that, like, is because they've really taken God and tried to make him understandable to humanity, right? I think in Orthodoxy, we start with God, and then God is first, and then comes us, right? But in Western culture, I think it has reversed, and more specifically, like I said, in the Enlightenment, right? It became rationality and reason first, so man first, who's seeking for God, right? And